higher order functions and event listeners in Turtle graphics. So what exactly that mean? And we will just write one code to play with the Turtle object using the event listeners. So first of all, we will see what exactly the higher order functions are. So higher order functions are nothing but if a function take another function as an argument, uh, then it is called a higher order function. So you can pass in method or function, we can pass another function as an argument. So and then we can get that whatever the passed function, we can get that values using this function. So here we can see it's what are the characteristics. We have uh, the higher order functions will accept functions as arguments, so that we can actually tailor the behavior according to the our need, and even it returns function as values, so that if it returns something like another function also, you can use that function as a value, and then you can use it another uh, uh, where we need it, and it will treat functions as objects, higher order function. So for example, if we pass that function to the higher order function, so that passed argumented function is called an object. So similarly, it will treat it as an argument what we pass. So it's like these are the benefits why exactly we need to use like reusability and dynamic thing. So we will be using the same concepts in this. So generally we have already seen map, filter, reduce, lambda. All these are higher order functions where we did some exercises using lambda. Sorry. So, so decorators is still we haven't seen it. So for going forward, we'll see what exactly decorators as well. But all these are we have already used. So let's see, for example, again for our refreshment. So let's create on save this here. So here, for example, we have taken a list 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we are what we are doing. We are just calculating square of that list. So so it's just we are defining a function, we are not exactly calculating. So square we are defining, so we have used return method. So whenever we call this function with a number, it will return the square of that number. So this is the parameter, and once we give parameter a value which becomes the argument, so when we call this function, it will take this one. It will return us the square, like 1 square, 1, 2 square, 4. So here, if you see exactly, this is another map is a already built-in functions we can say. Uh, so in this map function, we are passing this another function. So map is an higher order function. Again, it's like numbers. So yeah, we have passed. So again, filter. So lambda is called as we can define this also a function, but a single line evaluated function. We have already discussed about this. So again in the filter function, we are passing lambda with lambda. We are exactly passing this one. Yeah, so it's like x modulus 2. So we are defining all the even numbers we are filtering. So this is a function which filters all the even numbers. So when any number divided by 2, if the remainder is equal to 0, it's an even number. So here again, this is the reduce function. I think we need to import something because it's not an uh, inbuilt in function. But again, for this function, again this is function, and we are again passing sum of the numbers using lambda keyword. We are exactly passing. So let's see how this, I think we will get an error. Yeah, RHS is not defined. Think, from where we need to get that. Hmm. So now actually to move to functions module, so we need to, before it used to be built-in function. Yeah. Now when we again run it, now it is working perfectly fine. Like it's giving square of the numbers. Uh, so we are getting even numbers, and once we add all the numbers, so 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. Yeah, we are exactly getting all the numbers. So this is the concept we will be using forward. Again, if you go back, so now uh, once we are done with higher order functions, now we will go to the event listeners. Event listeners is nothing but when we given some keystrokes on the keyboard, uh, uh, the turtle object will listen to that, and it will move whatever the function we call it as in that object. So it's like, for example, turtle as a stage actor. So what are event listeners? Event listeners are an audience. Audience are like on the stage. We have audience who raise their hands and they want to interact. For example, a listener for the space bar key. So when we press the space bar key, shouting change color. So it's like when we press the space bar on our keyboard, it should change the color. So it's like when this shout triggers the function called that function shout triggers, which will change the turtle's color. So similar kind of stuff. So it's like whenever event is pressed, so that turtle object will listen to the object, and it will uh, do whatever we are defined on the code. So it's like when we here change color, the like shout function will trigger, and then the turtle's color will change. Similar kind of stuff we will be doing. So, but how that will be done in turtle graphics? So here we have methods where it will listen actually. So generally the screen object will listen for all that kind of events. So here the on key method we call we will be using. So on key method is again it's a type of higher order function where it takes function as an input and which key as an input. So for example here on key change color is a function. So but when it will be called only when the space bar is pressed. So similarly this kind of on multiple methods are there. On mouse click triggers us when like on timer. So like animations or like building games we will be using going forward this type of screen listeners and this kind of methods. So again for example, so what are the examples of interactive drawing? So one key function to change for different colors, draw a rainbow using the keyboard. So one key what we have discussed. So on mouse click is for moving our object. For example, you want to move the snake game, then we will be using this. If you want to play, so we will be using this kind of on mouse click method to move out the turtle object. So it's like on timer to trigger some animations we need to trigger after certain time. So that kind of uh, thing when this method can will be used. So it's like we need to every time we need to call a listen function to use our event listeners to listen to our events. Whatever we are pressing on the keyboard, this must be the main thing. So we can mind multiple functions for the same key or the event. So it's like we can, for example, you have to move forward and then turn right, something like kind of stuff if you want to do. We can now call this two functions with the same like same key or the event. So you can check multiple online tutorials available if you want to go deep into that to develop any some kind of games using Python turtle graphics. Yeah, it's not very high level advanced, but for general purpose, it is fine. Now, so we will be using higher order functions on the screen methods. From the turtle graphics documentation, use keyboard keys to define the movement of the turtle object. So it's like we can define our own objects to draw, to move the turtle object. So how we will be doing? Let's see. So before that, we will be going this using screen event. So this is one of the screen event. What exactly it will be doing? Screen. So it will actually do the collect whatever we are clicking, then it will be. So one key is like again one key press and one key. So whenever we click function, it will call uh, the function what we define. So this is thing. Now it's like we can draw our own drawings using our keyboard arguments like keyboard presses. So how we will be doing, let's see. So generally, for example, let's clear all this. I will be commenting out. Then I will be commenting this also. So now what exactly we did from turtle. So yesterday till yesterday what we have used, we have used import turtle as t, but now just from turtle we are importing whatever necessary. Like we are importing a turtle class and then screen class. Now we are creating an objects like tim. Uh, Yesterday what we are using the same tim object, we are creating a one turtle object, and then screen creating a screen object. And then yesterday we have used this exit on click also. This is a method. Now extra thing what we will be doing is we are calling another method with the help of screen object using screen.listen. So we are saying to that program to listen to all the keyboard events. So now we have defined move forward a function. So it's like we are defining some move forward function. So now this is a method we have already used yesterday, like saying turtle object to move forward for 10 pixels. So similarly, just we are saying on key move forwards, and it's like up arrow. So instead of up arrow, you can use, for example, I'm using W. So let's see how I will be running this. So now here what we have used, this is an higher order function where we have passed the function for the onKey method, and then it will call this object method forward 10 times. So similarly, now just clearing Python. So now I have given W, just I'm pressing W. So it is moving. I'm not, I'm pressing another keyword object, it's not doing anything. And when I press again W, it is moving 10 pixels. So similarly, now if we go back, just I'm closing this. So we have to check for clear and home also, and we have to define instead of moving forward, backward, and anti-clockwise, clockwise. So we will be defining that. So if I just now I am unblocking. So the same thing what define move forwards, move backwards, and we will. So now we have got two on key methods calling, and we are giving like what function when it is up, like W. Now let's keep up. We can use our own keyboard keys. Just I am using up, down, left, right arrows. So here what we are doing in the left, we are giving uh, new heading equal to tim dot heading. So yesterday what we have got, where the object is there, we are getting that position and we are adding some 10 degrees to it, and then we are using set heading to a new heading. So instead of that we can actually use left method also. Huh. So it is saying at which angle it should rotate. So, for example, so it's this is similar to, so tim dot left. Just I'm commenting these two lines. Uh, So about two lines are sim is equal to the this line. The same thing what we are doing. So it's just adding uh, 10 degrees. So for example, if you see uh, the title heading is getting 22 degrees when they call it this function, and then they turn left to 45 degrees, and again when they call it as, it's like 67, like 40, 22 plus 45 67. So similar thing we have done. So instead of using all these calculations, we can directly use already available method. Uh, that's the same thing. So it's like moving left direction. Now the same thing, if you do the minus, it will move towards right direction. So again, this is also the same. Can comment, and then like tim dot right, then so just I'm checking. So again, it's like so it's like when they do 22 minus 45, it's like it's going to backwards, so minus degrees is there. So at that time what they will do, it's like 360 minus that value, whatever the value is, like 33 is the value, I think, not 23. 360 plus 23 is that will be subtracted from the 360 degrees, so that it will turn at 330 degrees. So similar kind of thing we are doing, like turning towards this right side for 10 degrees. So we can define any whatever we need. So as of now we are just defining to turn left 10 degrees. So now once we define, now we have to uh, pass what the key, once which key to press and then which key. So for when we like to press the left key, it will call the turn left button, like turn left function. So similarly again right arrow key, it will call the right turn right function. So let's see like how we can, just I am running. As of now I haven't given to clear uh, my thing. So it's like, so when I'm pressing this, coming backwards, moving. I'm just playing all the arrows. Just I'm trying to draw a circle using. But there is no option to clear all this drawing and start from first, right? So, but if you want to the same thing now, to clear that, we will be defining another function and we will be assigning some key. So, for example, here tim dot clear. Let's go to this function. What exactly the clear? So more drawing controls. So it's like and home. So it's like when we imagine like graph which are divided into four quadrants. So our title dot home will move back to the coordinate 0 0. So that's the one of the option. Now what exactly the clear will do? So it will delete all the drawings from the screen, and at whatever the position it is there, it will leave the turtle at that position. So if I again, so if I don't give pen up and just I am doing uh, tim dot home, so just I'm commenting this out and screen dot on key. So now clear the function. So when we click C, it will clear the this thing. But what exactly it will do, let's see. So we are not giving the pen up and pen down functions. So at that time, what will happen? So now just I am trying to draw a circle. Sorry. Mm, yes, somehow just I'm taking somewhere. My execution is stopping. There's some issue. Okay, let's see. So I have gone to some location. Now when I click C, so it is actually drawing one line because uh, it is coming back to the original position. That's fine. But here it is actually drawing the line because how it is coming to back to position, we are calling head function. So that's why it is drawing that. So the pen is down only. So without lifting the pen, it is just coming back to the original position. So that's why we need to use the pen up function, so that when once it's clear, now we will be lifting the pen, just like when we are drawing and we want to come back to the circle center point without touching any lines. So similar kind of stuff we will be doing here, and once it reach the center point, then we will put the pen down. So again, when I draw, just drawing something. Now just when I click C, now it just came to the position, and now when I click arrow again, it is a drawing. So again when I click C, it came back. So it's like a drawing board where we can just use any number of times by magical thing. When we click C, it will automatically wipe it off. So yeah, I think yeah, we have covered everything today. So yeah, we can define much more like more functions, like more events, and then combining to turn right at a time when we click some like any other key. Like for example, if you click R, it should turn go forward 10 spaces and turn right. What we have did in Reborg's world, similar kind of stuff. We are actually doing with our own coding using Turtle Graphics. Yeah, I think yeah, that's it for today.